All right, we are live. Hey, family. So glad to be here. Oh my gosh. We have Anissa with us this morning. As you guys know, we had a scheduled interview. Anissa's also one of the speakers for the Realtor Summit that we have coming up. And I'm super excited today because she's going to be talking about one of those things that I know you guys need, which is lead magnets and email marketing. So, I'm not going to take up too much of my spiel here, but I wanted her to go ahead and just introduce herself. So, Nisa, if you would just introduce yourself and just let everybody know who you are and what you help people do.
Yeah, so my name is Anissa. I am originally from Miami, Florida, and I am the founder of Anise Marketing, which is a digital marketing agency specifically for real estate professionals. So I help realtors, brokers, investors, and anyone in that space grow their online presence through social media management and email marketing. So I have a lot of experience and background with creating lead magnets for realtors and helping them manage their email so that they can build their sphere of influence and they can connect with their clients.
Nice. I love it. I love it. And email marketing lead magnets, that's not necessarily the easiest thing, right, to do. So I'm super excited to have you here to talk about this. I don't want to miss also letting everyone know Anissa lives. Let me let you tell it because this is like I'm so excited about it. You go ahead if you can just share a little bit about that.
Yeah, so a couple of years ago, I made the decision that I wanted to move to Brazil. And that was actually before I started my business. And starting my business helps kind of propel that plan because I have the ability to work from wherever. So I actually moved to Rio de Janeiro, Brazil in September of 2021. And I've been here ever since. Don't really have plans to go back anytime soon. But yeah, it's been a really fun experience so far.
Awesome. That is so amazing. You guys, there's that those times where you have those thoughts of, okay, I want to just pick up and leave and like go out of the country maybe to live. And when I first found that out, I was just so excited to hear that she had actually done that. Like literally it's a thing. So but let's go ahead and continue. We did just talk about the fact that we do have the Realtor Summit coming up. And I want to be sure before we dive too far into what we're going to talk about today, can you tell them just something about what you'll be discussing at the Realtor Summit for those that, need to get their tickets? If you haven't already, there will be a link after this that you'll see. But if you can let them know about that.
Yeah, so my specific topic is on growing your business organically through the use of lead magnets and email marketing. So that's pretty much the basis. I talk about how to create your lead magnets, how to promote them, and how to optimize your email campaign so that you're speaking to your audience properly.
I love that. Messaging is extremely important, as we all know, because we want our clients to know that we're actually speaking to them. So, with that being said, let's transition into a little bit more about lead magnets and email marketing. Where do you suggest that realtors start when it comes to lead magnets and email marketing?
Yeah, so I always say to start with a solid foundation. So understand what your goals are, what you're looking to get out of marketing and using lead magnets, and also understand your clients and what their needs are. So maybe do a little bit of market research and ask them what questions they have about the buyers or sellers process. Where they feel that they struggle the most or where they feel the most confused. What they're most interested in learning about. How can you be a resource for them? So I think that starting off with knowing the foundation and what you're looking to get out of
Oh,
utilizing
I've got a
email marketing.
signal.
Sorry.
I am so sorry, Anissa. The signal went out, but we're back. We're back.
Okay.
Uh, I'm not
Yeah, I have
sure.
signal problems all the time.
Like, oh no, but what the thing is that the twins are notorious for going near the modem area.
Oh
We've
gosh.
tried to cover it up. So I thought that's what it was. But let's go ahead and continue. Where were you? I was because I know we were literally just talking about where they should start and things like that. Because I'm not
Yeah.
sure we're able to get on the live here.
Yeah, so basically just making sure that you have a solid foundation, understanding the needs of your clients, doing some market research and asking them what questions they have about the buyers or sellers process, where they struggle the most, what their pain points are, and making sure that whatever content you're created is directly tailored to their needs and your goals.
I love it. I love it, which is super awesome because when you're doing email marketing, that's really the main thing that you want to have inside of your emails, really just to get them one step closer to where they want to go. I want to take a pause. I don't want to miss making sure that those who are new to more of the that form of digital marketing, Anissa, can you explain what a lead magnet is?
Yeah. So a lead magnet is a free resource. So it can be, a guide or an ebook or a checklist, but any free resource that is of value to your audience that you're giving to them in exchange for their contact information. And you're getting their contact information so that you can direct them to a separate platform. So in most cases, this would be their your email list, and that helps you to generate a relationship with them long term and keep in contact with them over a longer period of time.
Okay, got it. I got it. So I just thought to myself, as you're explaining it, it's really also a way to nurture. I just want to make sure just to reiterate that for those that
Yeah,
are in. Um,
definitely.
yeah, like Anissa, why, in your opinion, do you think it's important for realtors and real estate professionals in general to leverage lead magnets and email marketing?
Yeah, I think that the real estate industry in particular is super important for email marketing just because of the nature of the industry. It can be a very long term process. Um, if you're signing up for a membership to the gym, you make that decision in like a day or a week. But if you're buying or selling a house, this is something that you prepare for over a long period of time, and you're saving and you're doing research, so this can take months, and you want to remain top of mind for those clients that aren't necessarily ready to buy today or next week. So being a resource for them and guiding them and supporting them over a long period of time is going to be really important. And I think that email is an excellent way to do that.
Yeah, I'm in total agreement. So family, as you're listening to this, as we know, it takes quite some time for the the buying process, as we know. Um, and I can say for myself, I've had clients come back to me just like I do a year later, and it was because of like of the email marketing that I was able to consistently provide to nurture them. So I'm so glad we're talking about this. So let's also just talk about what are some of the most aspects of lead magnets. Like, what tips do you have that will kind of help them get started?
Yeah. So again, I think having that solid foundation, knowing the answers to those questions that your clients have is going to be the starting point. But I also think that less is more. So not like packing it with tons of information, but making sure that it is really filled with value and it speaks to the type of clients that you have. So, for example, if your target audience are luxury home buyers, you're probably not going to give them a first time home buyer's guide because typically luxury home buyers have already been through the process and they know all the answers to those questions. So, really understanding their needs and making sure that your lead magnet is tailored to their needs. Um, Also making sure that it is user friendly and that it is easy to read. Like people should be able to go through your lead magnet and pick out keywords and just be able to scan it instead of kind of being confused and like where can I get the most important information, and making sure that you're keeping their attention with really pertinent information.
Yeah, those keywords are so huge. You're so right about that, Anissa. That's good stuff. We've got some awesome guests here. I want to say hello to Tara. She has definitely joined in and said hello. So thank you.
Hi, Tara.
And I definitely see another comment here that says that they need this. So I'm so glad you're providing this good value for us today. I also want to make sure we cover those that are a little apprehensive about it because I've had those reach out to me that want to start doing, lead magnets and email marketing, and it can be a little overwhelming at first. Is there any particular tips that you would say would kind of help them out with that?
Yeah, I would say to first of all be patient. I think it can get a little overwhelming if you send out one email and nobody responds. But you have to remember that it is a long term process, and just like any relationship that you're building, it's going to take time to build trust. Um, and there's actually a rule. It's like the rule of sevens, I think, that says that you need to send out a message 7 times before someone is going to consider buying from you. So keep that in mind, that consistency and repetition is super important. Um, and don't overthink it, make it personal.
I love that.
Come from a place of serving, not selling, and making sure that you are looking to be a resource for them instead of just kind of trying to get their business, and that's the only thing that you have in mind.
Yeah, I love that. So if you're doing email marketing, family, if you're thinking about this, what Anissa is really saying is that if you just shift your mindset from wanting to have that immediate response or instant gratification, so to speak, that's what's really going to help you be successful at this. Is it does take time to nurture them and really build a relationship. So I want to talk about too, like, what do you think realtors can do to differentiate themselves and showcase their brand, via email?
Yeah, so I think definitely making it personal is probably one of the biggest things, because if it's personal, then no two emails between two different realtors are going to be the same.
Mhm.
So even talking about like your kid's graduation or your boy's upcoming birthday, or if you got a new pet, and making it conversational so that people are wanting to respond and start a conversation with you. I think that's definitely going to help you to differentiate yourself. It doesn't always have to be about business or about real estate. You can allow um, your audience to get to know you, and you can also talk about the local community and giving tips and just make it fun. It doesn't have to be super like educational and, you know, techie all the time.
Yes, yes. I listen, Anissa, I'm so glad you brought that up because I know I've seen quite a few where the consistent emails I see are market research, but it's a little bit it's a lot easier when you have something personable like what you just
Yeah.
shared. Yeah, because then you become something that they can remember and refer back to. So I love that. I love that. And I want to really just talk about some of the results that you've seen because as you continue to work with clients, you definitely can say like there's a lot of things that they would get out of it, and I want everyone to be encouraged, and as they go into this process for those that are new to it. So, what results have you seen from clients or just in general that have had success with lead magnets and email marketing?
Yeah. So I can give a specific example that happened recently. I created a new construction guide for one of my clients who was saying that her clients were really interested in new construction homes. And that was one of the things they were inquiring about most. So I went through and I found all of the new construction communities in the counties that she works in and created a guide for her. And she came back and said that it got such a positive feedback, and that all of her clients were thanking her so much for that resource because it was really helpful for them in deciding on which community that they wanted to live in. And so that helped really to position her as a resource and an industry expert, because this is something that they really needed. And this was a really great resource for them. So it's a really great opportunity for realtors to show up and to be a resource for their clients.
Oh, I love that example. And he said that is amazing.
Yeah.
So gosh, so family, if you're listening in, what we're talking about now is really how to make sure that you're getting the results you want to see. And from what Anissa has shared, when you make sure that you set yourself apart from others, basically like what you just shared, someone in that specific area that you're serving, it's really going to make sure that you're making that connection and you're helping them with the problem that they have, right? Because also when it comes to lead magnets and email marketing, it's also about problem solving. And so I'm so glad that you shared that. I also want to make sure that we don't leave anything on the table. So I want to make sure that we talk a little bit about just some of the ways that you feel like would work best for those that are just starting. And I didn't get a chance to kind of map that out with you, but like for someone that's just starting, you see the emails and they're so nicely designed. I mean, you start, with that. So what would you say to that, Anissa?
Yeah, I would do some research on different email providers. There's several options. I work with some clients on Flowdesk. I work with some clients on Mailchimp. Some on Constant Contact. So going through and seeing which one kind of fits your vision and like the branding and the message that you want to show for your audience. Every email provider is different, so just going through and seeing like any templates that they have that you think like, oh, I can work with this, and just using a template that's already created in one of the email platforms is totally fine. And that will kind of help to guide you and to give you a roadmap of how you can outline your emails. And then just going through again with that list of questions that you've asked your clients and seeing what types of information they're interested in learning about, and then mapping out, what types of information do I want to connect with my clients on. One of my clients actually just told me that she has a really strong base of faith-based clients because she had a podcast based on that, and so she wanted to incorporate that in her emails. So, making sure that you're incorporating your branding as well as the information that you want to portray, and having that outlined when you decide on your email provider.
I love it. I love it. So this is a lot. Listen, this was so awesome, Anissa. Thank you so
Yay!
much. Oh my goodness. Listen, you guys left with a lot of days. Just as a brief recap. So we're gonna look at the goals, right? First, we're also going to take a look at market research. We're gonna talk and ask our clients and find out what their needs are, what problems they're running into, so that you can provide solutions via email, right? So that you can nurture them. We're also going to make sure we're connecting with them on a personal level. We're going to share things, whether that's our pets or, different things that are going on, in your life. And then you've got the branding side of it. If you're faith based, that's a big deal, like what you just shared. And
Mhm.
I'm so glad you shared that because it's not very often that I see emails that come in that relate in that way. So I'm so glad, so glad. Well, I want to take a quick pause before we wrap up and let everyone know that's listening in that Anissa is our group's email marketing and lead magnet partner. So, as with our group, we do provide success resources, and I want you guys to know that one of them. So, with this information that you've heard today, if you find that it's something that you need to dive deeper into, please reach out to me so that we can have a deeper conversation about that because I know Anissa will take good care of you.
Yes.
So yes, I'm going to go ahead and just ask my last question, if I may. Go ahead, if you will, for us, Anissa. Can you let us know what day and time you'll be speaking at the summit?
Yes, so I'll be speaking on April 22nd at 4 p.m. Eastern and 1 p.m. Pacific time.
Okay, perfect. Perfect. So definitely make sure if you haven't already, go ahead and register to get your tickets so that you can be there for her session so you can dive deeper into this. And just thank you so much, Anissa, for sharing this time with us. I'm so
Thank you for
glad.
having me.
Yeah, this is so awesome. So definitely have a good rest of your day. And family, you guys stay blessed, take care, and we'll see you on the next one.
Thank you. You too. Bye.
Bye.